Hello and welcome to this video tutorial, RStudio to RCloud. In this video, I will show you how to take advantage of the social coding benefits of RCloud when you don't use the RCloud web-based IDE. Or in other words, if you prefer to code on your desktop with, for example, a text editor in the command line or RStudio Desktop. Before I show you how to do this, I am briefly going to show you why you want to do this. RCloud is all about social coding. Collaboration is one of the top 3 reasons to use RCloud. And I'm going to show you what we mean by social coding and collaboration by logging into the public instance with my GitHub account. But RCloud is meant to be downloaded and installed on your servers, so you have your own instance or instances. However many you want, it's open source software, so install as many as you want. The public instance is made up of 4 VMs and about 4 gigabytes of memory each. It is a showcase installation, so you can see what RCloud looks like after it's installed. This is the RCloud web-based IDE. In the left panel is a directory of every RCloud user and their notebooks. This means I can access the code of any notebook in this instance. I can also search on notebooks to find out how to use a particular library or package. Then once I find something of interest, and this could be updating an old project or using a block of code that processes a particular file, for example, I can fork that notebook into my own directory. I can also star that notebook or comment on that notebook. There is also Notebook Discover, which lists the most popular notebooks. Every feature in RCloud was designed to promote collaboration and sharing. So you may have a local coding environment that you prefer to use, but transferring your work up to RCloud promotes collaboration because it makes your code visible to others. There are several ways of transferring your work to RCloud, including cutting and pasting to the RCloud scratchpad, uploading a script and other resources such as files or images, uploading a markdown file, and loading an RDA file. So the first one is fairly straightforward. In this example, I have some code in my text editor that I copy using keyboard shortcuts and paste into the RCloud scratchpad, which is located in the right panel. And then I execute by highlighting the code and using Control-Enter. If you have file references to local paths, these will need to be uploaded and updated as well. For example, I use the File Upload GUI to upload data into my home directory, and then I change the path to my file using rcloud.home. One of the nice advantages of the RCloud IDE is the ability to resize plots using your mouse. You can also save them in different file formats. The next method of transferring work from a local environment to the cloud environment is to upload your R script. In this example, my local environment is a text editor and an R terminal. In this environment, I execute commands using the standard source command. I can also type in functions on the command line. Once I'm done working locally, I can transfer my R script to RCloud. In the previous example, we used cut and paste. In this case, I'm using the File Upload GUI and ticking the box Upload to Notebook. After I click the up arrow, I see the file becomes an RCloud asset. To execute this script, I use the function rcloud.execute.asset with the parameter asFile equals true. If I execute that command by running the cell, you can see that I've created my JuliaSet function object. I can now reference this in my other notebook cells. The third method to transfer your work from your local environment to RCloud is to upload a markdown file. In this example, my local environment is RStudio, and I've created a markdown file. This file processes some energy data from UC Berkeley. In RStudio, to create HTML output, I knit the file. Now that my local project is done, I can transfer it to RCloud. To transfer this file to RCloud, I select Import R Markdown File in the Advanced menu located in the navigation bar. When I run this notebook, I get an error because I haven't uploaded my data files yet. I have to set the correct path to the files in RCloud. I execute the following steps in a new notebook, but you can also do the following steps in individual cells. I load my energy data into RCloud using the file upload GUI. I can select all the files in my directory using the Shift key. Next, I use the command list files rcloud.home in R to see if the files are in my home directory. To keep track of my project, I create a directory called Energy Data. I then move my files to this directory using the Unix command mv in a shell cell. To get to a shell cell, I use the Cell drop-down menu. Now that my data is loaded, I can change the paths of my code. I specify rcloud.home and the name of my directory in quotes. Now when I execute the cell, it runs successfully. The final method I'm going to talk about is loading an R data file. In this example, I will upload my R data file to my RCloud home directory. I use the file upload GUI. In the notebook, I use the standard load function. The only difference is that I changed the path to my file using rcloud.home. This concludes the tutorial on how to transfer local work into RCloud to take advantage of its social coding features. Thank you for watching.